Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, something that's slightly different today. It is all to do with running, obviously. But today I'm going to perform the Garmin Lactate Threshold Workout Test. Okay, I've never done one on here before. There's something different for me. I'm quickly explain why we're doing it. I don't want to waste too much time making this video too long. So I've got some half marathons and some races coming up. I've been base building for a number of months now since my injury. I feel like I've got pretty fit doing so. We've only done one fast workout a week, and I've decided now to start throwing two in. I've got 5 weeks to go until this half marathon, which is supposed to be pretty flat and hopefully pretty fast apart from some minor hills. So what I want to do now is start to throw an extra one in a week. I want to know what my threshold number is, so I can start to train at that and try and lengthen the time that I can run at that, so I can plan out this race and do it properly and try and get the maybe 90 minutes, or maybe just try and beat my PB of 1 hour and 33 minutes. So I've looked online and these tests seem to be trustworthy. People have been matching them to their lab tests, stuff like that, and they seem to be pretty close. So I'm going to follow that through today and maybe show you how to do it at the same time if you haven't got it. Some of the, a lot of the Garmins, maybe the high-end ones perhaps, have this threshold test on there, so it's definitely worth having that number so you can train properly and start to do your fast runs at that threshold, to then learn for that to be more efficient. You can run a longer time, because basically if you can run your races at that threshold or just below, the lactate area number is, once you go above it, you start to flood your body out of lactate, and then you start to tire, and you know the feeling when your legs get heavy and all that stuff. So if you can train that better, then you're going to do better in your races. So just quickly, I've set up my run to go there. To get to it, so if you've got it on your device, press this, scroll down to training, press training, go to workouts, scroll down again, find the lactate threshold test, and then don't click on that, click on it to select it. Okay, and then you need to have a heart strap to do this. Once you've set yourself up, press go and it'll guide you through it. So let's get out there onto the field. I'm not going to talk all the way through it, obviously, but it's going to take you step by step of how to get this test done, see what the results come out at. My current lactate is 170, which is from my lab test, but that was like over a year ago. Yeah, about a year and 3 months ago. So things would have changed, even though I might have the same sort of fitness as I was then. I'm not sure, so that's why I need to have an update here to train properly. So let's get out on the field and let's go for it. Okay, so we're on the track. This is about the nearest thing I've got to a track. It's path. It's on an old, like an army base. That's the nearest thing I've got to like a flat ground. It's not even perfect. It's got hills on it. It's a bit windy over here, so it's not great conditions. But this is step one. You just go out and warm up. It says warm up between 10 and 15 minutes. When you feel like you're sufficiently ready to take off, press the lap button. Press the lap button, and on your way, we'll see what happens. I think it will give you a pace to go at, and it'll go up in time segments. And then when your heart rate gets to an area a bit faster, when your body's struggling to keep up with that pace, it will then send you your new lactate threshold, and then you can adjust that on your Garmin so you know your new zones to use for your current training. Okay, so without further ado, let's get this warm up done and I'll see you on step two. Okay, so step one, it's got me running at about 150 heart rate. Sorry if that's wobbly, don't want to disturb it. I didn't catch how long it said to do it for, or how far to do it for, but it will change accordingly automatically. You just go up with it. When you get to a certain point, it'll tell you to stop or to cool down. So step one, 150 beats per minute. All I can see now is 4 minutes. So 4 minute segments at a certain heart rate, around 150. Let's go for step two. Okay, step two,
top end 156. You see where this is going, probably goes up by 6 beats each time. You can't go below that, obviously. It's like 137 to 156 now. I've chosen to stay at the top end, but you see this probably might go on for a while, but that's what it's all about, getting accurate rate data. Let's see what happens on step 3. Okay, part 3, ramped up quite quick actually. It's fooled me. 156 to 166 now is the heart rate. I'm currently running at 163. I've got a bit of space to slow down if needed, but it does ramp up quite fast. I'm not going particularly quick, but if heart rate's going up in 10 at a time, maybe it will be over pretty quick. We'll see, usually half an hour long. If you're doing one yourself, let's see what happens with this one. I'm intrigued. Let's see what happens with number 4. Okay, now let's ramp it up. Next 4 minutes is between 166 and 176. Currently, 174. I'll slow it down a bit. But it feels like you're getting out of puff. It feels like threshold sort of area. Let's see what the Garmin comes up with. Ramps up quicker than I thought. That's good. Didn't happen, it's windy, but let's keep going, see what happens. Speak soon. Round 5, I think, maybe 6. I can't remember. But we are cooking. Okay. Target heart rate 176, 186. Feels like it's maybe the last, or perhaps one more. 184. Cruising, so I could go a bit slower. But this feels legit. It's just hard. Meant to be hard. Do calculations for me. I can't talk. Speak to you next one, hopefully. Oh, wow. That was cool, man. I actually enjoyed that. Okay, so I think I got to level 5. And as it goes to get to the next one, I was dreading it saying 186 to 196. I was ready to go if it did, but blowing out my ass at the same time. But instead of it going to the next level, I got a flash up saying new lactate threshold detected 172. Does that mean I'm slightly fitter than I was when I was at the lab? I don't know. Maybe all this 130 to 140 running has been paying dividends. I'm not saying that's super high, but it's higher than what I was. And now I know what sort of area I should be running my fast runs at. And to be honest, 170 always felt right. I went with that before. So now I know it's 172. I can use that, not to go a bit faster, but to use with caution and know that I'm under the area where I'm going to flood my body out with lactic acid. So that was that, the Garmin test. Quite enjoyed it. Really simple to do, but hard work, but simple to follow. I've done a 10-minute or just over 10-minute warm-up. Follow the steps. It counts down 4 minutes on the screen, as I showed you, and you basically stay in the range of heart rates. And when it thinks you've had enough, and you're struggling to keep up with the pace, it will flash you and say, here's your new number to work with and to use for your training upcoming. The sad thing is, I've only been running for just under 4 miles. I was able to get 7 in today for my mileage thing, but that's less important at the moment. I've been doing lots of base training. And like I said, I can use this number to work on my fast runs now, get 2 a week in. Like the top end, I've been kind of half marathon training for quite some time without mentioning on it here. I've been doing it basically, lots of base training with the odd fast one thrown in on the Thursday. And now it's time to up the ante and get a few faster ones in without tiring my body out. I've learned enough over the years to know when I'm knackering myself, and this isn't one of those times. I expected to get those races get 2 of those races in good nick. How I'll perform, who knows? Race day is always different to what you think. But on the back of a broken ankle and a little comeback, I'm very, very happy with how things are going. So let me know how your heart rate lactate test went in the comments below. If you followed the Garmin one, do you find it accurate? Should I be trusting those numbers? Online seems to think so, but let me know your experiences. And I'll thank you so much for watching once again. Just Stevo runs, out of breath. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.